Oh God, I'm so excited. I'm so glad. I came across this video on YouTube and I thought I should bring it your way. I thought everybody should learn from it. Honestly, I can't believe what I saw. As in, these are former homosexuals that have returned to Jesus. They came back to their normal life, the life God has created them to live. Honestly, this is so exciting. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caroline Michael. Honestly, I can't believe what I just saw. So I want you to watch this video. Like seriously, I want everybody to watch this video. I mean, these are former homosexuals. Gay, they came back to Jesus. They realized what they were doing was wrong. Come on, we all know this. God created heaven and earth, and He created a male and female. My dear brothers and sisters, don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to change who you are for you. You belong to Jesus, and that is who you are. I just want you all to watch this video, listen to what they have to say, and learn one or two things from there. God is going to bless you. Your life is going to change. And if you're still living in this sin, it is high time for you to return to Jesus. Now, if you listen to these people, you can hear them say, when they were there, it was so traumatizing for them. They live on drugs, alcohol, and all sort of things just for them to be happy. But coming out of that, you can see that they are living their normal life. The ones that were not married, now they have kids. They have children, they have their husband. The other ones, they have their own wives. I mean, what are we talking about? Can life be more sweeter than that? No. We all need Jesus to live our good life. We all need Jesus to be happy. Please, my dear brothers and sisters, come out of this sin. I just want to just watch this video because it's so exciting. I'm so glad. I saw it on YouTube. I was like, wow. I need to bring it to my people. Please, I want everyone to watch this video, and I'll be right back.
I really embraced that life. I won't talk about how or why I went into that lifestyle, but I fully embraced it, and I was confident in who I was, and I sought it out, and I was a champion for the LGBT, and I really even like to just be out there and promote it. So I had fully believed in this lie that gets perpetuated, that people don't change, they can't change, and if you try to change them, it's detrimental to their health. And I just want to say that's a lie. I almost missed out on some of the best and most precious moments of my life. I wasn't going to get married. I wasn't going to meet my husband. I wasn't going to get to have my own children. This is not something that my mind was even open to. I didn't know that it was a possibility for me. And I stand before you now, a changed woman. I don't struggle with same-sex attraction. It's almost like it never was for me.
A long time I was very broken and hurt. I found out that I was HIV positive because I was promiscuous. My generation would say a hoe. And while I was searching for men and sleeping around a lot, I didn't realize that there was a man looking for me. His name is Jesus. I was able to find a church where they loved me. And they taught me that my identity was not my behavior. My identity was not who I thought it was, but it was a child of God. So I stand here to say that I was a former homosexual or former hoe, and now I am a child of God.
I'm a former transsexual, drag queen, and prostitute. I lived a life of much gender confusion, much abuse, verbally, physically, sexually, by my father. Over the years, I had probably 50,000 sexual partners, and because I was a sex worker. And I hated myself. I hated the fact that I was a man. I never knew how to accept myself or truly love myself. And then about 6 years ago, someone invited me to church. God began to change my life, began to change my heart, and began to change my sexual identity, my gender confusion, and I began to heal from all of those things.
My name is Angel Cologne. I am a former homosexual. I am a survivor of the Pulse nightclub shooting on June 12, 2016. I was shot 6 times, sustained a shattered femur, and suffered nerve damage. A day I will never forget, a big turning point in my life. Even in the midst of chaos, I prayed and prophesied over my life that I would survive and live free, and here I am today. Amen. Standing with no cane, here in the Capitol with my changed family. Many think I've made my decision to leave the LGBT community lifestyle because of the shooting, but I was desiring change way before June 12, 2016. Going through this horrible tragedy made me make the biggest decision in my life, which I'm very happy with.
My name is Kathy Grace Duncan. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I'm a former trans man, former transgender. Before I went to kindergarten at a very early age, like 3 or 4, I believed that I should have been a man. I felt that I should have been a man. Dysfunctional family situations. My dad was very emotionally and verbally abusive to my mom, which told me that women were hated, women were weak, and they were vulnerable. I was then molested by a family member, which went on for 2 years, also confirming that women were weak, vulnerable, and hated. At the age of 19, I finally surrendered and went into the lifestyle, took hormones, and changed my name. From there, I began to live as a man. 2 weeks later, I got saved. However, because I didn't hear from the Lord, I thought he was okay with my lifestyle. 4 years later, I was confronted by the church, and they asked me, "Who are you? Who are you really?" And at that point, I told the truth, and I said, "I'm a woman living as a man," and the Holy Spirit blew into me. And I realized at that point I needed to go back to being the woman that he created me to be. The next day I started that journey out. 5 years later, it took 5 years for the hormone effects to really wear off. And at that point I crossed over and began to live fully as a woman. That was 26 years ago. Amen. And I have to say, I'm changed. I'm free. I no longer struggle with the attraction to women.
I was often suicidal or out of control. I came out during my early 20s and found solace and comfort in the LGBTQ community. They were my family. I was pursuing the path of an ordained pastor in the LGBT affirming church movement when I began questioning my faith. That long journey led me ultimately to question my sexuality as a lesbian. Over time, as my faith brought deeper emotional health, I also experienced an unexpected change in my sexual desires. Today, I've been married to my husband for 14 years. I no longer experience same-sex desires, and I no longer have symptoms of bipolar disorder. I've seen the restoration I have in countless lives of other Christians. Our faith compels us to share what we have received.
Yes.
We simply want to offer vision to those who feel conflict in their sexual orientation, but also to ask that America recognize there are multiple options for people who experience LGBTQ. People deserve the right to choose their own path and follow their religious convictions, especially in matters of their sexuality.
I was born to a mother who had me at 15 years old. My home was very dysfunctional. It was abusive and dysfunctional. I actually seen my father put his hands on my mom, and it left mental scars and emotional scars in me. It got to the point where my dad ended up abandoning us, and that left me really, really sad. As a young child, I can only remember wanting to have a relationship with my father, and continually him not showing up and being there was very tragic to me. So I grew up with a single mom, and she was one of my only influence. And I was the guy who was not into sports. I was not going to get dirty. I was like, that's not for me. I want to dance, I want to sing, and I want to be an actor. I never had the desire to be a homosexual, but it wasn't until people started calling me homosexual. It wasn't until they started planting these seeds and saying, hey, you know, you like hair, you like to dance, you over there with the cheerleaders instead of with the football players, you're homosexual. And so that began to create a curiosity. I already suffered emotional wounds from my dad not being being there, that abandonment, and I was looking for male affirmation. For most of my teen years, I was abused by a close family member, physically abused, which led to more pain and more hurt. And so I dove into the lifestyle. I really gave myself over to promiscuity. By the time I was 18, I was stripping. I was living in the nightlife, drinking every night, partying from Sunday to Sunday. I knew there had to be more, and then I encountered the love of God. And he came in and radically changed my life. The person you see here today is not the person I used to be. I am changed. I am fulfilled. I'm living my best life. I'm smiling and I'm dancing and loving life. And I want to tell the government that you cannot make decisions that will block people who were like me, who needed change and who wanted change to find freedom.
Welcome back, everyone. Honestly, you've watched this video. What do you think about this video? I want you to leave your comment on the comment section. Just what you think about it, if it is right, if what they are doing is right or wrong. And I want you to please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. We'll be coming to you with more videos. I mean, videos that will change lives. We are not here to make people feel as if, feel condemned, so to say. But we want you to come back to Jesus, because what you're doing is wrong. And Jesus is out there to accept you back to himself. God bless you all, and see you again. Now like this video, subscribe, and share it. God bless you all. Bye.